morning, this is Roy from Tesla Owners US and we are in Tokyo. And this is our hotel 1899. And we are waiting for the day to begin. And you are with us.
Hear the birds and see the sun. Side by side our fears are done. Oh, the good times just begun. We know what we have, let's hold on tight. Found what we're looking for in
First thing what I'm gonna do is I'm going to 7-Eleven, because that's a store which is open from 7-Eleven, it's really true. And behind is our hotel here. They have breakfast right now and we already arrived. It's already Sunday now, because I arrived late on Saturday here at the hotel, and it's already Sunday. And we have a couple of pictures to present you for the trip. I came over Hawaii, Honolulu especially, 6 hours to Hawaii and 8 hours from there to Narita, which is the airport here in Tokyo. And then we are ending up in the Shimbashi district here. And from there we're gonna start our trip on our show. I already saw one of the Teslas here parked in one of the streets. And we start our show from here, our trip from here. Let's see what we can. We're gonna have a walk trip today. Well, yeah.
Station. Tokyo Station was built 1914. It has 10 platforms and it's one of the most busiest stations in eastern Japan. It's about 4,000 trains arriving and departing daily, about 500,000 passengers in Tokyo Station. Next to Tokyo Station was also a lot of gathering of traditional groups, what you saw there. So Tokyo Station is surrounded by a business district called Marunouchi, and the business district wanted to build higher, but the Tokyo Station was rebuilt after the Second World War to the first floor or second floor. They wanted to completely rebuild it, and companies would spend their money and donated money if they are allowed to build higher. And that was the deal, and that's how they came together on this. And now you're seeing some groups here performing from different districts, and they are using those big ways or streets there in order to perform their dances or traditional or semi-traditional clothing. And there are big streets there, and everybody was permitted from each of those groups to perform in front of the station for a couple of minutes and then continue. Yeah, that's Tokyo Main Station, built 1914. Big sightseeing from a local guide who was voluntarily doing this.
Ja, der hat mir gesagt, ich soll weitergehen.
So this Tokyo Imperial Palace is the imperial residence of the emperor, but it was not always also the capital. Tokyo was not the capital. Kyoto was the capital one time, and also there was the Imperial Palace. This were the Edo Castle, and including the gardens, was 1.15 square kilometers. During the heights of the Japanese property bubble, the grounds were valued more than the real estate entire real estate of California. So this house is called, was called. The Edo Castle was an old castle of a shogun, which is the general of the Meiji Restoration, including the shogun Tokugawa Yoshinobu, were required to vacate the premises of the Edo Castle, leaving the Kyoto Imperial Palace on November 26 at 1968. It's about the time when also Japan opened. The emperor arrived at the Edo castle and made it his new residence and named it Tokei, or that was the old name for Tokeio, or at the end it's turned into Tokyo. So that's been called Tokei at the beginning, and then later Imperial Palace. And there were a couple of buildings and rebuildings on them because the original construction was made from wood, and later it turned into stone with a whole bunch of yard and garden with this. There was an old palace first with wooden bridges, later turned into stone bridges or stone bridges with steel. There was a reception area there of 7,935 square feet for receptions of from the external ministry or from big receptions for that. In the very late bombing of 1945, with the 2000 bomb, hit that palace and flattened it to the ground. And from this day on, actually, the emperor was in the bottom or in the bunker of that imperial palace, and shortly followed by actually the surrender of Japan in August 1945. Here we already seen the Japanese garden and the Shogun gardens not far away from there. We just took a small subway station and then visited Japanese garden. So there was a lot of walking. Guys, I can tell you I walked about 16,000 steps. It was about 6 miles on that day. And we had a lot of pictures. Then we walked to the Golden Shrine with a lot of lanterns there on the left, on the right, sponsored by the shoguns of each of the districts. There's the 5-level tower there, which is pretty common, which you can see in many pictures there. This Golden Garden is also just adjacent to the Japanese garden close by. Here is actually the filming of the cleaning or the soji. It cleans your, supposed to clean your soul. That's the entrance of the shrine, where you can donate a couple of coins, like in the well. So you go there, and let's show you the ceremony there. Actually, you go there in the front and drop in your Japanese yen coins. Then you stand in front of that bow. 2 times, you're gonna clap 2 times, and you're holding inside and thinking. And then after that, your ceremony is over. And that's when you continue from there.
He probably has many friends and he has lots to do because they have lots of work to do, right? So, but I don't know, maybe he remembers me, but I met him about three times or so. Yeah.
3 times?
Yes.
Here I got interviewed by a famous Japanese TV station called Why Did You Come to Japan? And it's a famous comedian which interviewed me there. It runs every Monday at prime time, about 6:30, where everybody's watching television. And I must have shown there somewhere in television, asking me about karate and about Elon Musk.
Oh, we all know the family again? Yes.
Thank you.
Rich on experience. Or maybe I am. I don't know. Am I or am I not? Yeah, you could say kind of a little bit. Yeah. Just to be modest. Karate helped me, yes. Karate helped me a lot.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. Ja, wenn nicht, bezahle ich das schon. Ist gut. Good morning, we are back and it's already the second day. And I just want to close the first day with you and me in Japan. We had a good time. We had a guide and he was voluntarily guiding us to the nice places. We went to the Emperor's Palace and Garden. We went to a certain shrine. We went to the Japanese garden. And at the end I had an interview which I did not expect with a TV station, Channel 7 TV. And in this TV station maybe I can get some exceptions for that day, interviewing people who are visiting Japan. Yeah, we had a good time and today we're starting a new day, but let me close this one first. So subscribe to the channel and so I'll talk to you next time.